Hey everybody, I want to know, are you out there struggling with your business during COVID? Are you looking for easy ways to engage your ideal clients in this new digital era? Do you want to take your business to the next level and stop struggling with stuff that you needed to figure out over the last 20 years? You're in luck. I'm Crystal Lindsey, and this is part 3 of a 3-part series on business growth in our digital era. I am so excited to be here. This has been quite the collaboration between SBDC, UHV, Victoria Advocates, and M. Roberts Digital. So if this is your first one, you're in for a treat. But I want to know in the chat box, go ahead, let me know how many of y'all attended all 3. Or if you attended 2 out of 3, let me know. I'm curious. So the first one, we talked about where to market during and post COVID, right? We talked about how to be able to invest in your business and create an online sales funnel and be able to get in front of more people, how to get in front of those people, but how to cultivate your existing base. In part 2, we talked about creating content that converts. That means actually sharing content based on what your ideal clients already care about and not trying to make them care about what you want them to care about. So we spent some time talking about creating your ideal profile. If you attended those 2, then you are going to be in for a treat, because this one, part 3, is where we're bringing it all home. I've got a 3-step process on how to be able to start online audience building, how to build your business in this digital era, and it's going to build upon part 1 and part 2. You didn't have to be here for that one, but it's going to help you out. So let me know if you got your worksheets. Let's see, I got a couple of people who chatted in. Special shout out to Paul here. He said, read first slides, and this is my second presentation to attend. I'm so happy you're here. Rosalind says 2. Shirley's here. I know you're here for all 3. What's up, people? Thank you again for being here. This is the beginning of something great. The SBDC has partnered with M. Roberts Digital and the Victoria Advocate to bring you monthly workshops. Now, clearly right now during COVID, we have to be able to do this virtually. So I get it, but just know that we are here to be able to provide monthly support ongoing. At the end of this training, I'm going to ask for you to vote for the next topic. I've got some suggestions of the top 10 ways to grow your business in the digital era, and I want to hear what's most important for you. But just know this may be a 3-part series, but it's not stopping there. The SBDC has brought some CARES Act funding to the table, and I am so excited about what they're doing in the community to get you one-on-one resources, consultations. You can actually get an advisor to help you with your business. So if you are a small business out there, or medium or large business, but you're struggling with questions about your business, reach out to the SBDC. There are free tools available to you, courtesy of CARES Act funding. So special thank you to the SBDC. I'm Crystal Lindsey. I am your regional digital marketing expert. Now, over the last 6 years, I had my own social media firm. I'm also a former college professor. I'm a published author, public speaker, entrepreneur. That's why I'm here bringing you the top tips that help me be able to grow my business and to help you be successful as well. I am M. Roberts Digital Marketing Consultant at the Victoria Advocate. So my passion is about bringing you top tips. I want you to stop struggling and start getting seen. I want you to stop using the excuse that you don't know how. Because guess what, folks? It may be hard your first time to take action, just like driving that car. That first time, especially if you learn on a stick shift, it was so overwhelming, right? You didn't know to drive and stick. And then what about the windshield wipers? I remember being a little kid staring at those windshield wipers thinking, how do you even see out the front window with those moving back and forth? Look, now it's second nature. Come on, who would ever worry about the windshield wipers? The reality is, though, the first time when you do something, it is hard. And taking action is easy when you know what to do. That's why we're providing you these tips and tricks so you can take action within your business, so you can get the tools you need and the guidance you need to break through your fear and start growing your business. So let's go ahead and kick this off here. What are you struggling with the most? Is it less foot traffic? Please comment in the chat here. Less foot traffic, lowered revenue, possibly closed, or just reevaluating your entire business model? Go ahead and comment in the chat if you will. And if you are watching live, I want to say thank you so much. I am so excited to have you here. So let's go ahead and see what's coming in on the live, or excuse me, on the chat here. Please let me know, what are you struggling with? Interestingly enough, one of the first surveys I did on the first training was, who brought you into the digital era? Who's forcing you to be able to transform your business to the digital era? And was it A, the marketing team, B, the CEO, or C, COVID? Not one person answered COVID. Again, this is something that's been going on for 20 years. We have been coming to this point. Can you believe that? Google's about to have its 20th birthday next year. That's crazy. All right, y'all, here we go. So we're going into talk a little bit about what's going on. So like I just said, COVID has like changed the name of the game. We all know that. But again, we also know that it's not an overnight thing. Like I said, for the last 20 years, we've been learning how to do online e-commerce, how to engage people on social media, how to show up in the search filters, how to leverage traditional advertising with non-traditional ads. So there's a lot of different things going on, but this has really pushed us to really make that transition ever so present. So Shirley, thank you for that. She says less in-person, adjusting to telehealth, and not knowing how to do it all digital. Yes, so it sounds like just reevaluating your whole business model. What does that look like? Paul says, I'm in the planning phase to start online fitness company, trying to figure out how to attract clients. So again, it sounds like you're really reevaluating your entire business model, which, by the way, stay tuned. If you are in that mode where you're looking to take an in-person business and transition it online, or launch an online component to your business, like a course or a webinar or something like that, stay tuned, because our mastermind is going to walk you through the whole step. And it's brought to you courtesy of CARES Act funding with SBDC. So Paul and Shirley, I have you both earmarked for that program. And Miss Rosalind, I think you're going to want to join too. So make sure you let me know so I can get your name on the list. We're capping that at 15, and I'm trying to hold it to about 10. So we're about a third of the way there. All right, so COVID here has changed our economy. Now, how has it changed it? Just to sum it up, right? I could give you all these statistics, but in the end, people are spending less and having less contact. So that means that we are struggling to keep up with the profitability while people spend less. So we need to position ourselves as a go-to. We need to have a must-have product. And how do you make your product a must-have product? You show that you understand their problems, that your product or service is going to overcome those problems. That was last workshop. I'm going to walk you through it today. And then lastly, we're going to have less contact, right? That means you're going to do more curbside delivery, self-checkout, online e-commerce, whatever it is. People are actually willing to spend more for the same product online, for the convenience of it, for not having to go into the store. And by the way, it's not going away. So right now, this is, again, it's not going away. 31% of US internet users 16 to 64 said they will shop more frequently online after the pandemic ends, and 30% expect to visit stores less frequently. So while some of y'all may be holding your breath saying, you know what, I just ready for COVID to pass so we can get back to normal, I hate to break it to you. While this has been coming for 20 years, it's going to be around for another 20 years, in the sense that we need to revolutionize your business and e-commerceify. Yes, that's the new buzzword, e-commerceification of your business. That means local businesses who used to rely on foot traffic, people walking in the door, coming in and buying things, need to now bring in a digital component, because look, 30%, 1 in 3 people are going to come into a store less frequently. So you need to be able to get found online and drive traffic online and build that online component of your business. So with that being said, part 1, we talked about how to nurture and grow your customers. I shared that statistic that you have a 70% probability of closing an existing customer, whereas only a 20% probability of closing a new customer. So while we talked about how to get new clients through a lead strategy and creating goodwill, we also looked at how to create a sales funnel so you can cultivate those clients, so you can create top of mind awareness, so you can be able to target them on social. Because folks, guess what? If you got their emails, you could target those exact people on social media, and then create a lookalike list of people who have similar socioeconomic demographics and target those people on social. If you have their USPS addresses, I can get you ads delivered to every single device in the household. So again, it's a sales funnel is going to help you create content that is really in line with those people who are already your existing customers. It's going to allow you to be able to translate a new lead into closed business, because like the statistic I shared, only 3% of people are ready to buy right now when they learn about your business. Is anybody shocked by that? Comment in the chat if you had something similar to that. You get a lot of leads, but few people are ready to take action right now. The good news though is those leads, studies show, in about 6 months, about 90% of them are going to be ready to convert. So you need to have some type of content management, whether it's blogs or emails or text MSS or a chatbot or whatever it is you use to reach those customers. You need to have something in place to cultivate them for 6 months and show them that you are the go-to person for your industry, that you understand their problems and you're here to solve it. So if you missed the first part here, where to invest during and post-COVID, check out the replay email. The link to the slides and the video will be in there. Part 2, we talked about creating content that converts. And this is how to reach your customers, how to get them to take action. I talked about some brain science of the reticular activating system and how to get them to engage with your content. And the main thing, to sum it up, and we're going to apply all of this today, that's why I'm going through it. The main thing, to sum it up, is you need to show that you understand what they're struggling with, that you know what they want, and you've helped clients just like them. So you're the go-to person to help them avoid pain, to gain pleasure, to overcome their obstacles, and help them live an incredible life. And using client case studies is an incredible tool. I shared the statistic that 86% of people, really hear me on this one, y'all. I know I talk fast, that's why we're recording it, but 86% of people are actually not identifying as a potential client until they watch a product video and then they reach out and identify themselves based on who they want to work with based on that video. This is a COVID statistic. This isn't 6 years ago, 6 months ago. This is right now. People are online looking for answers, and a client case study that shows how your product or service helped them is going to close 8 out of 10 people to get them to work with you. Let that sink in. So again, if you missed that one, the slides and the replay are going to be in the follow-up email to this one. But let's really synthesize this. I've given you a lot of information, so I'm going to really bring it back and help you apply this. And again, if this is your first time, get ready. Make sure you get your worksheet. I got it right here. Did everybody get their worksheet? Let me know. This is your worksheet. You're going to have online audience building, all right? Step 1 is we're going to talk about niche marketing. So we're going to talk about having a business goal, how to pick where you're going to send them, how to choose how you're going to measure that, and how to plan out that offer or discount. Just comment in the chat, if you will, how many people on here, when I say we're going to create an ad set, we're going to create the headline, the tagline, the creative, the URL, the call to action, 1 to 10, just write in the chat real quick how comfortable you feel. That 10 is like, yeah, I do that all the time. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Shirley got her worksheet. That's awesome. And so 10 is I do it all the time. 1 is I've never done it before. And 5 is I'll do it if you force me to, but I don't feel comfortable. 1 to 10, real quick. How do you feel about creating the components of an ad? Because I'm walking you through it today. Thank you, Miss Shirley. She says 5. So let's see. Okay, I got a 3. Okay, so this means you need some help and some support here. So on your worksheet, I have the components to it, but I'm really going to walk you through. But where it says deal and promo right here in the corner, these are the components. Miss Chantal, special shout out to you. Yes, they have 5 components. We're going to walk through that. She says 8. So even if you feel like an 8, you're going to get something really special here. I'm going to walk you through my secret sauce. All right. So here we go. Step 1, niche marketing. Again, we're going to figure out what it is that is driving your business, how to measure it, where to send people, and then we're going to talk about how to create an ad for it. So step 1 on your worksheet right here, go ahead and write down, or on a piece of paper if you don't have your worksheet, write down what is the product or service driving your business. We really went in depth on this on the last workshop. So if you attended the last one, you might have a leg up. But regardless, what is the product or service driving your business? If I was to look at your accounting statements and I was going to see where all of your revenue came from, chances are I could apply that 80-20 rule. So 80% is driving your business. One product or service, pick it right now, write it down. And if you're having questions or you're struggling with this, comment in the chat with a clarifying question so I can walk you through it. This should be the easy part, y'all. Pick a product or service that you want to promote and create an ad for because it's important to your business. All right, I'm assuming that you did that. All right, so step 2 is I want you to pick your conversion. So conversion is where all the action happens. Is this where somebody needs to go and download something, right? So you then get their email? Or is this they're going to call for a quote, and so it's going to be an actual phone call? Is it they're going to put in their information online to get an estimate? Are they going to go online and book something or check availability? Put down right now where that person has to go to get access to that product. What's the first step that they need to take? Write that down right now. And chances are at least half of you are writing down 3 options. Give me one. You can say, well, they could call me or text me or they can email me. And matter of fact, they could go to no, be specific. What is the best way for that client to take action? Don't give them options. When you give them options, you confuse and you lose and they don't make a choice. So make the choice for them. Where are they supposed to go? Pick the top one. All right. All right, let's go on to part 3 here. So part 3 and 4. So 3 is customer goal. So think about it. Who's that ideal client? Think of the one you've helped. You maybe want 10 more clients just like. What was the main thing they were struggling with when they came in for that product or service? Write that down. And again, this is all right up top. You got your business goal. You've got pick conversion. Now we're doing customer goal. Write down that customer goal. Is it a main struggle or goal that they have? Write that down. What problems do you solve with your product or service? Just write down one. I know you could probably brainstorm the whole thing, but write down the top one. KPI. Who knows what KPI stands for? Anybody? All right, I'm gonna give you a second to see if somebody wants to chime in on that. So in order to pick your KPI, this means you need to determine what success looks like, right? So don't get caught up in what it stands for, but the reality is these are the numbers you're going to be tracking. There we go. Look at Miss Terry Moten. I love to give her a special shout out. She helps you come up with a strategy and get it rolled out for your business. So she is a phenomenal resource. Check her out, Miss Terry Moten. So key performance indicators, that's right. These are the numbers you track to make sure you know what success looks like, to make sure you know how you will measure it. For me, just the other day, I had my previous company, 333 Social Media, and I was looking through some of my old videos. And I have to tell you, I was telling my husband that I never felt like it was enough. I never got enough likes, enough shares. I knew I was getting business every time I went live, but I didn't feel like I was getting enough engagement. And that's because I didn't stop and do this step. I didn't say, I want to get at least, 3,000 views on a video, or get at least 20 comments, or get at least 5 shares, 10 shares. And when I looked at my videos, I was getting anywhere from 2,500 to 5,500 views, anywhere from 20 to 60 comments, 5 to 50 shares. I was doing great looking back. I would love that on these videos. But again, in the moment, it wasn't enough. I didn't stop and say what success looked like. So take the time now, because it is always going to get harder when you're looking up the ladder when you climb. Rarely do you look down and see how far you came. So set the goal now. You want this many calls. You want this many people to fill out the form. You want this many people to book an estimate. Play the numbers game so you know the success right now, and you could take the time to celebrate and evaluate what's working to drive that traffic. Is that making sense? Can anybody relate to it not being enough in the moment, right? You always think it's better on the other side. Take the time to be able to celebrate your success. And Shirley says, how do you know what's appropriate? If you have somebody like a business mentor with SBDC, or some consulting that would be available through M. Roberts Digital, you could sit down and really say, what's industry standards, and really get specific. But for today's purpose, I want you to just take a guess. Like, what would you be happy with at this point, right? If you have, let's say, 5 new client slots you want to fill for the month. And knowing it's a numbers game, you close about half of the people you talk to, which is 10 now. And of the people who reach out, then you only set an appointment for 1 and 3, right? And then doing the numbers game, that means you need 30 leads to reach out to you, and you need to set 10 appointments to close 5 new leads. So just do that math with yourself. And again, sit down with SBDC or associated agency like ourselves and go through that. But for today, just take an estimate and say, this is how many form fills I need. In that example, it would be 30 form fills, 30 quotes. I need 10 phone calls. Write that down. All right. Now we're getting to the exciting part. Paul, this is for you. Chantal, you're going to get something special. And Shirley, get ready. We're taking your ads to the next level. So headline, I want you to think of like a newspaper headline, right? Special shout out to the Victoria Advocate. They want to have a nice headline that has maybe 5, 6, 7 words, something really concise, right? We just did an ad set for a wedding venue that was, COVID weddings made easy, right? Or we did another ad set for somebody who is going to be able to offer something for your loved ones when they passed away. And they say, every monument is special as the person who passed, right? Or you want to be able to say, maybe it would be a good starting point, get 60% off today, or stop struggling with your marketing, or need a new fence, right? Whatever it is, write that down that identifies, what they need. And again, we already did this on the customer goal. We said what they're struggling with. So go back to that. Come up with 5 to 7 words. Need this, get that, stop struggling with this. Start taking action for that. Get 60% off, 10% off to the first 5 customers. Whatever that is, write that down right now. And I'm going to give you a second because this is important. While you're doing that, I'm going to bring up our live stream on the Victoria Advocate and see if we have any comments from our live viewers. So one second here. All right, do you have it all set up? Are you ready? Do you know what your headline is? Let's take it to the next level, your tagline. So at this point, this should be, if you have one for your business already, then you want to go ahead and feature whatever questions you have about that business, right? So let's say if your tagline, love Venturas, okay? I don't know about y'all, but I get my Taco Tuesdays. Chicken on Tuesday, beef on Wednesday. Their tagline is, let Venturas do the catering for you, right? So that's the tagline. So even if the offer was, buy one, get one free tacos, wouldn't that be great? Then it would say, let Venturas do the catering for you. So put your business tagline if you already have it, or come up with 5 to 10 words that says why your business in particular is the go-to for that specific product or service that you're promoting here. I'm gonna give you a second to do that. And I see we got 16 people right now, just dropped from 20, but about 16 to 20 people on the Victoria Advocate watching. Thank y'all. If you have questions, comment below. All right. So hopefully you've got your tagline set up. Now we're going to do your call to action. Now, yes, Dominic Cruz here. He says, late to the party, but the party has arrived. All right, Dominic Cruz and I go way back. We've been doing social media together for, how long has it been? 5 years, 6 years? So this will be fun. Let's brainstorm out some ads and what people need to be able to create effective ad components. So again, on your worksheet, there's 5 components. We're on the call to action parts right here. It says CTA. CTA stands for call to action. This is what you tell them to do when they are reading your ad. I want to be crystal clear, all puns intended, to get you to get very, very clear on how to get somebody to see that ad. Now you've said, do you want to get married during COVID, ? Right? join or have your wedding at the premier historic location. Tagline, call to action, check availability today. Or you want to book online or schedule a tour. Is that making sense? So again, this is what they actually need to do. Now, we just set up here in part one, what was it? The pick conversion, where they need to go. So go back to that and come up with your call to action here. That's click here, get a quote, free estimate, schedule a tour, order online, check availability, download, sign up, subscribe, schedule an appointment, enroll now. There's so many more, but this is just enough to get you started. So pick one right now and write it down for your business. This is the easy one because I already gave you like 10 options. All right, next one. This is for you, Chantal. So this is the special. If you're already comfortable with these components that we just came up with, this is where you can take it to the next level. So I want you to brainstorm some images, interviews, case studies, or video ideas that will showcase how your ideal client wants to feel, do, be, have, or most importantly, what they're afraid of. So again, that's right here, content to promote section. So most people by default are going to use a stock photo because they don't have good assets internally within their business. All right. So while that is an okay solution, take it up a notch and use maybe custom photos from your own business, right? I know, Chantal, you have plenty of custom photos and great examples of your work and of your team. Humanizing your brand, especially if this is going to be a social media ad, you want to have pictures of your team on that ad. But why not use video, knowing that streaming video, some statistics have shown anywhere from 200 to 500% during COVID. So YouTube is exploding right now with content. And like I said, 86% of people are watching videos to make a decision on who they're going to work with before they reach out. So if you want to engage someone, create a video ad. Now, I've got some great ideas on what you can do with video. There's some options, OTT, CTV, pre-roll. If that doesn't make any sense, hit me up, we'll talk about it. But regardless, get a video ad going for your business. Last week, we talked about creating case studies that convert. So maybe you've got an ideal client, you want to get them on camera, and you're just going to ask them 3 questions. You're going to say, hey, everybody, we're here today to talk about how we are, transforming your home to make it your COVID paradise. I don't know, right? So I've got Sally here. Sally has worked with us to be able to create an incredible backyard and renovate her home. Sally, what were you struggling with before you met us? And she's gonna say, oh, multiple contractors. Oh, I didn't know the budget. I know that, deadlines keep moving out, and we had, to push out our daughter's wedding, and, we're thinking maybe about having it in the backyard, but we didn't know, and this and that, and maybe it was too hot, and we didn't, and she's talking about all this stuff. Wow, it sounds like you were really struggling. Tell us, how do we make it easy for you? And she says, well, matter of fact, you came out, you gave us a quote, and we were able to get started within 30 days. And actually the groundbreaking was within a week. I don't know, right? Great, Sally. Thank you for sharing that. So many people are looking for that exact ease of doing business. Can you tell them, how has this made your life easier? And then let her just say, oh yeah, well, since I worked with you, we were able to keep the cost down, which allowed us to be able to, I don't know, become foster parents, bring someone into our home, or, donate more to our church, or whatever it is, and just really watch them talk from their heart. People who are watching that video are going to find themselves because they want to be able to have that incredible life and those benefits, or they're struggling with those same problems. Don't get stuck in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 process you took them through. That's last week's video. But Chantal, that's for you. I think you'd be a really, really great option for you. Okay, Terry here says, here's a suggestion. Write down the top 5 questions your client or prospects asks you. Then write down the top 5 questions your client or prospects should ask you. Do 30 to 90-second videos for each question. Now you have 10 pieces of valuable content, and Crystal can help. That's exactly it. So this is exactly what last week was all about in creating client case studies. What are the questions you get asked the most by your ideal clients, not the ones who drive you crazy, but your ideal clients, and what are the questions they should be asking you? Those are the questions that you need to create content around Those are the ads you need to be running. That's what's going to engage. Hopefully that's making sense, y'all. So let me know if you have some questions. Thank you. Thank you. Chantel says, thank you. Sounds like you got a nugget out of that. And then destination URL. This should be the easiest of it. So we're going to move forward pretty fast here. But this is where you're actually going to do a destination URL. Where do they need to go, sign up, or take action? So again, consider a landing page, which is just a single page. It has the exact same text as your ad. It says, you know, want to get married during COVID, right? Explore our premier historic locations in Victoria. I don't know, right? And then it has the same image as your ad. It has a form fill. Take your social links off, take your homepage links off. Everything is about fill out the form, give us a call, book now, right? That's a landing page. And then wait till you learn about site retargeting. That's where we're coming into right now. So hopefully that makes sense. Now you've got an ad, right? Did you all take action? Did you write it down? You're not listening, are you? And not doing anything? Please tell me you're taking action. All right, so step 2 here, we're gonna jump right into it. I want you to pick your social channel. I'm gonna tell you what times are best. This is post-COVID data. And then I'm gonna have you talk about, based on your budget, whether or not you should be doing social media, social ads, targeted ads, and why site retargeting is mandatory. Okay, so you can see here a little bit on all of the different channels. We talked about this in a previous training, so I won't go into it. But based on your ideal client, I want you to pick the channel that's best for your ideal client. I'll give you a second to read through. Write down right now, where are your clients hanging out? If you're going after first-time home buyers and you're a real estate agent, Instagram is great. But if you're going after the luxury market, people who are looking to sell their home and go into a big, beautiful ranch, for example, they're not on Instagram. 80% of the people on Instagram are under 35. If you want millionaires, LinkedIn. If you want higher educated, Twitter. If you're going for, you know, a wide range of people or targeting capabilities, Facebook. All right, so here's the best times that you should be posting. Go ahead and write that down for your specific channel you just wrote. Again, these are post-COVID data. The times have changed. Essentially, people are sleeping in, which is kind of funny. So, okay, so write down that time. So right here, I put these same times on your spreadsheet, or on your worksheet rather, but circle the one that is best for you. So regardless of if you're going to do paid ads, I'm going to recommend that you do some social media here. We talk about online audience building. One of the first things people are doing is they're going to get maybe hear a referral, or they're going to see your ad, or they're going to run into your social post. The next thing they're going to do is Google your name of your business. And chances are your website's going to pop up. Hopefully your Google My Business listing is going to pop up. You're going to have your Facebook pop up and any other social channels or articles where you're featured. So you need to make sure all of those look the same, that you have the same branding, same logos, same content, same look and feel on each of those channels. And specifically on your social, you need to show that you're active. It's very important, especially in this online time where people are looking online for answers. Social media is up, they say 60%, but I think that number is very, very low. So people are online now more than ever, and they're killing time on social media. So just make sure you pick one channel. You don't have to be on all those channels. I'm telling you, in fact, don't be on all those channels until you master at least one. So pick that channel and then do a sponsored post. On each of those channels we just talked about, there's an option to put money behind your post to help you get seen. It's called a sponsored post for most options. We have an option through the Victoria Advocate for $59, which is our reduced COVID rate. You can get in front of anywhere from 4,500 to 25,000 people by a social media post on the Victoria Advocate. If you're interested, let me know. I'll hook you up and we'll get some good news out there about your business. But reach out to local influencers who are reaching your audience and ask them, how much can I pay you to post about my product or service? Then put a couple bucks behind your post on that channel and do at least $1 a day page like campaign to grow your organic followers. I'm not talking about buying followers, I'm talking about an organic process approved by Facebook terms and conditions. Okay, do not buy followers. It will shoot you in the foot. Then you want to add on retargeting. So for example, for Facebook and Instagram retargeting, there's just a pixel you put on the back of your website. And when somebody goes to your website and then they go on to social later on, they see your ad because you put a couple of bucks behind your post and you have that pixel on your website, now you get in front of the people who know you on some level and want to take action. Would that be beneficial? Absolutely. So make sure you have that site retargeting set up. And then there is actual ways in Facebook to do a lead capture campaign or run some YouTube ads. So if you're telling me that $500 is a lot of money to you right now for a marketing campaign, I'm going to tell you to stick with social. Really put your teeth in, do a $30 a day, or excuse me, $30 a month even page like campaign, $1 a day. Do $5 behind every post and post twice a week, and pay somebody, 60 to 100 bucks or whatever it is to put a post on their social following, because they're reaching your target audience. Okay. Think about it, stagers for interior designers, or, a wedding planner for engagement rings. I don't know, but think about it like that, right? Who's your synergistic partner reaching your audience, and pay them to put some of your content out there. So 500 or less, that's what you need to be doing, and responding back to all your comments. Respond in the chat if you got a nugget out of that. Did anybody just get a nugget? I hope somebody got a nugget. Did you get an aha moment that you could pay somebody to post on their channels about you? That's called influencer marketing. And while the Victoria Advocate has 56,000 followers, the most liked page in the Golden Crescent, there are people who are micro influencers, and you can engage them. And even though they only have 1,000 or 2,000 people following, they get 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 people engaging with their posts. That would be a worthy micro influencer to go after. Terry says, great nuggets. Thank you for that. Okay, so that's 500 or less. Now we're going to talk about if you've got about $1,000. Now, again, 500 to 1,000, you can get a little bit of both. But especially at $1,000, you should be layering in everything we just talked about and some targeted display ads. Now, what is targeted display ads? Let me ask you a series of questions, and they're not rhetorical, so I want you to literally write down yes or no. Would it be beneficial to get people who go to your website and leave to see your ads for 30 days? Yes or no? Would it be beneficial to get people who are reading about content related to your product or service online and get them to see your ads for 30 days? Yes or no? Would it be beneficial to get in front of people who are searching online for your products or service or terms related to it, and have them see your ads for 60 to 90 days or even 30 days? Would it be beneficial to get in front of everybody who walked into your competitor's location? Or if you're, let's say you're doing renovations and backyards and fencing, would it be beneficial to get in front of everybody who walked into Home Depot, right? Think about it. These are the people investing in their homes. If the answer is yes, write it down. Would it be beneficial to get in front of a list of your clients who have USPS addresses? You can deliver ads to the exact households if you have a client list. Isn't that crazy? Exciting stuff here. What about, would it be beneficial if your name absolutely showed up when somebody searched a specific term? Or would it be beneficial if you can get your video ads seen in front of people on YouTube about to watch similar content? That's the power of targeted ads. See, each of those is going to be able to get you in front of exact people who've shown an intent for your business. So yes, $500 or less, if you're a solopreneur, you're just grinding it out. Yes, social media, again, I had a social media firm. I get it. Social media is a powerful tool. But if you have the dollars, this will more than pay for itself. And even better yet, I can show online conversion. I can show you how many people actually saw your ad and then bought something online, or how many people saw your ad and then went into your location, or how many people went to your competitor's location but bought from you. I have data behind that. That's the power of targeted ads. So again, you can do this, and this starts at $250, right? You can get 25,000 impressions for $250. This is not a huge dollar amount, but you need to have the right amount to be able to get the results you're looking for. So if you're trying to just keep the lights on right now, I'm not going to tell you to spend just $250 to get $250 to get you out there. I'm going to tell you to wait until you have enough to saturate the market and get the results you're looking for. I hope that makes sense. That's why, yes, you can have it over here. I have somebody who's going to split it up between $250 for targeted. They're going to do $200 for Facebook ads, and then you're going to do a little bit of a page like campaign, and that's $500. So you can do that at 500. Reach out to me. I'll walk you through it. But I'm just giving you big picture here, an ideal situation. And Shirley says, I could connect with jewelry stores to promote my premarital program. Absolutely. Special shout out. We got some really great jewelers here, and have them ask them, hey, can I pay you $60, $70 to put a post on your Facebook page and promote this marital program? It makes you both look good, but make sure you negotiate in a boost so they put money behind that post. At least $15 to get the results you're looking for. All right, site retargeting isn't always. So again, the sky's the limit. I could pitch all kinds of things to you and tell you what you can do with your marketing dollars, but we'd be here all day and I still got to get to the third part. But I just want to wrap it up by saying, what if I told you for $50 a month, you could get 5,000 impressions of people who went to your website and left and were looking at content on Forbes, Fox News, Victoria Advocate, TripAdvisor, US Today, BuzzFeed, New York Times, and your ad could show up on those websites for $50 a month? Would you do it? You better believe it. That's why site retargeting is mandatory. That's people who went to your site and left. If you don't have that set up, you are throwing money in the garbage on all of your other marketing plans. Let me say that again. You are working harder than you have to and spending more to get less results if you do not have site retargeting set up. Let that sink in. Again, I can help you with that and help you with it. There's lots of people who can, but we are a great go-to option, and I'm happy to sit down with you. But again, regardless, $50 gets you started on site retargeting. It's a no-brainer, but you have to have people coming to your website for that to make sense. If you're not having any web traffic, then it doesn't make any sense to retarget them because they're not on Forbes and Fox News. They didn't go to your website to begin with. So you got to figure out how you're going to drive traffic and then put that $50 behind it and get the multiplier effect. All right, so let's go ahead and land this plane with tip number 3 here. So tip number 3 is engage your current clients. Now, you know I didn't forget about them. I started off by saying you have a 70% probability of closing an existing client compared to 20% of closing a new client. That means you need to be able to have a loyalty offer in place that rewards current clients for doing business with you. Comment if you have something like that, whether or not it's 50% off or something free on your birthday, or come in for this, or buy one get one, or BOGOs, or loyalty sales, or giveaways. Comment below because this is super important for your business. So I'm going to walk you through that. Here we go. So first things first, this is super easy, okay? This does not need to be complex. I've already given you a tremendous amount of information. Now, right now, I need you to go, okay, but what do I do, right? What can I roll out today? And so my challenge for everybody on this call is to stop and have a plan by August 1st. August 1st, what's today? Isn't it the 22nd? The 23rd, there we go. You got to be able to take time right now, and in 1 week, you can roll out exactly what we're about to talk about. So I want you to write this down. So on your little spreadsheet, right here, we are just went through paid ad strategy. Now we're in engaging existing customers. So who are you going to engage? Existing customers. I answered that one for you, okay? If you have a CRM, then you need to be able to pull those emails and send them an email. Or if you have their phone numbers, you can call them or text them. Again, you don't need fancy software to be able to do this. You can literally text. How many people got a text before this workshop? And I literally sent you a personal text. I had somebody shoot back and said, what service are you using to send out these texts? I'm like, no, I hand sent every single personal invite to the people that I wanted to make sure who got on this training. It's important to me. I put time and effort into the spreadsheet, into this presentation. I'm passionate about helping as many people as possible. I've partnered with some of the biggest names in Victoria. I represent the newspaper. I mean, come on. I'm here to get the good news out to help you take action with your business. So I personally text you, right? So the reality is you want to engage those existing customers because they matter. Do that extra hand-holding to let them know that they're important to you. All right, so what are you going to do? You're going to write it down right now. Here's your option. Discount, right? Are you going to offer them a discount? Some people don't like giving discounts. I get that. So here's some other options. You're going to do a free giveaway once a month. I know there is a special virtual jewelry sale. I might plug that for tomorrow. Wait, today is Thursday. So it is today at 7 p.m. With Regal Jewelers. Now, they are giving away free gift cards to just people who comment, let alone buy anything. So 7 p.m. Regal Jewelers, check it out. They're going to have some great pieces starting at $49 and free giveaways. Come on. But that's an example of something they're doing to do free giveaways to reward the people who are on their social media channels. And then they're going to text it and they're going to do stories. They're going to email. This is just an example of something you can do for your business, is think creatively about how you can give something away. Whether or not it's a gift card to somebody else or a gift card for you, get creative. Maybe you're going to do buy one, get one. Maybe you're going to offer a loyalty program where they get 5% off when they give you their email. Or maybe seniors get to come in early on Tuesday. I don't know, right? I know they do appreciate that in the grocery stores, especially during COVID. Maybe there's a free download. You're going to say, hey, I know you're struggling. Did you hear there's a hurricane that might come in this weekend? Here's a free checklist on what you need to be able to prepare for your hurricane, because I care about you and want to make sure you're safe, right? Or here's an article I found and I thought you might benefit because you also are struggling with this topic. Just wanted to let you know I was thinking about you. So you don't even have to give something free away, but engage them and let them know you're thinking about them. Maybe you have a special offer or a coupon. I saw in the paper today that Dick's grocer was giving away a free 2-liter of Coke. And if you cut it out in the paper, it's in the paper today. I mean, you don't even have to buy anything. They just give you a free bottle of Coke, I guess. I don't know, right? Do you got a coupon you want to send them? Is there going to be a day of the week special, right? Again, Ventura's Tuesday tacos is chicken and Wednesday is beef, right? I love my Ventura's tacos. So make sure you know, do you have a day of the week? And Thursday is taco salad. I eat way too much Ventura's, apparently. I love them. All right. So do you have a day of the week where you're going to do something special for your clients? Are you going to let them know on these days you can get something special? And because you're one of our existing clients, you're going to get a heads up on that. Or do you have monthly giveaways where you're going to give something away every single month? See, I'm going to talk to my boss and see if you come to these monthly workshops we're doing, I'm going to see if I can give away free ads every single month to at least one of the attendees. So you're not going to want to miss this, y'all. All right, so 3 is where. How are you going to engage with them? So hopefully you're writing this down. You are not just listening to me talk a million miles an hour, but you are in fact going to write it down. That's the point of this. So make sure you know, what are you going to offer them? What type of discount or offer? Now write down where or how you're going to engage with them, right? Are you going to use stories on social media? Are you going to email them, call them, text them, use social media, reach influencers to reach out to them? Are you going to go to the local newspaper and put a free bottle of Coke, right? Targeted ads. I love it. Rosalind, she says, I need more paper. She messaged me and said, I got to get it on my phone, right? So I'm going to be typing slow. Look, you're on your phone. You're trying to navigate and write it all down. I appreciate it. That means you're taking action. I hope you all are taking action right now and not just listening. This is my serious face. Don't make me get serious with you. All right. Why? Why are you going to do this? You need to message to them that why you're doing this, why you're giving them a free bottle of Coke in the newspaper today, or doing, Tuesday tacos or whatever it is, your version of that, because you care, because you want them to thank them for being a customer. This is so important. I mean, so often, it's said, you put something on a sign on the store that says, we appreciate your business. Now, while that may be true, my husband and I often joke that the people who put up the sign that says, we appreciate your business, generally appreciate it the least, and you have the worst customer service. So they have to put something on the door to let you know, we do appreciate you. Okay, maybe that's not nice to say, but it is true, right? So don't just say it, but mean it and show it. And so in this case, you're showing that you care about them by sending them an article or a discount or a loyalty program. And then you're more importantly telling them, I wanted to do this because I care about you. And I want to say thank you for being our customer. We're here to take care of you now and always. We know how hard these times can be. So thank you. And again, look, Shirley says worksheet is perfect for taking notes. Thank you. She's the one who requested and pushed me to take the time to create the worksheet. But this is why? Why? Because I care about you. And I want to thank you for being an attendee. And so I made you a worksheet. Look at that. Here it is in action. But I want you to be specific. So we're going to land this plane. We are at time. I'm going to allow a few minutes for questions. So start thinking about what questions you have here. but hopefully you not only know how to create an ad and know what product you're going to create the ad for, but you've also decided how you're going to invest your marketing dollars to get the biggest amount of return and build your online audience. But perhaps most importantly, you have a plan by August 1st. You're going to do something to thank your existing customers, because you know the people who know, like, and trust you are most likely to convert. Look, I haven't talked this slow through the whole training. It must be important. But seriously, the people who know, like, and trust you are most likely to comment on your social media, are most likely to give you a referral, are most likely to buy from you again. Those are the people you need to engage. And so don't get caught up in, I need to keep the lights on and find new business. Find ways to cultivate those existing clients. I can't emphasize that enough. So I've given you my 3-step process. Part of me wants to do a whole workshop on niche marketing, a whole workshop on social media paid ads, and a whole workshop on ways to engage your current clients, and actually do a workshop where I really stop and we go through this in person. I've been known to even do 2-3 hour workshops where you sit down and I take you through this whole thing. You get in pairs, you break it out, you share it, you go, you actually write the ad. We do the whole thing right there in the workshop. So let us know if that is something that would be beneficial for you. But at this point, I'm going to start talking about future workshops. So don't tune me out yet, but this is the 3-step process. What was your nugget? Please comment. What was your big takeaway from today? Was it niche marketing and how to be able to create a business goal and plan out an offer? Was it how to figure out what to spend your money on in terms of your budget, if you're depending on how much you have to invest? Again, it should be an investment, an appreciating asset for your business. Marketing will create a return. It is not an expense. It is an investment that drives business when done correctly. And that's what today's about. And lastly, it's about how to engage your current clients. Rosalind says yes to workshops, and takeaway was $59 for a Victoria ad, right? Come on now, this is a no-brainer. Usually $200. I mean, this is a great deal. So, and that does include a $15 boost. Shirley says that would be awesome. Actually, the whole workshop was a nugget for me. Oh, thank you, Shirley. This one's for you. All right, here we go. So let's just kind of sum this all up for you. Just remember, whether you attended 1 workshop, 3 workshops, whether you got 1 nugget, 10 nuggets, whether you just do the loyalty program or just create an ad, just don't go dark. Do something. Studies show that people who advertise through the recessions and the crisis actually come out with more market share. There are studies after studies that show the power of marketing. Right now, people are pulling back their marketing dollars, which means that there's a void. And if you fill that void on the other side of this, because the sun will come out tomorrow, and when it does, you're there marketing, you will get more market share than your competitor. Paul says, learn so much. Nuggets in all 3 categories. Thank you for that. So again, just know that e-commerce is here to stay. COVID-19 has forced us into this digital era, but it's been coming for the last 20 years. So while there is tremendous challenges for retailers, I get it. My heart is with you and the challenges you're facing as an entrepreneur right now. And especially if you have a one-to-one business model and you're not able to meet with people and you're reinventing yourself online, you know, Paul and Shirley and Rosalind and all of you, like, I get it. That's why we're providing these resources. But focus on optimizing, focus on taking action to enhance your online presence, build out that sales funnel, continue your marketing efforts, even if it's just social media with minimal dollars behind it. Do something, don't go dark, and you will increase your market share. It is possible to drive revenue now more than ever. So stay tuned and mark your calendar. The next monthly workshop is going to be on August 20th, okay? I know, is anybody gonna be sad when next Thursday comes and goes and there's not a Thursday workshop? Like, I'm a little sad, but monthly will work. So if we need to, we'll bump it up. Maybe we have a specially hot topic and we'll do 3 workshops and we'll break it down. Maybe we'll get into a 2-part series where we do one presentation like this where it's action-packed and I talk fast and I give you a worksheet. And then the second one, we actually break it down, go into pairs and do this. So let me know what you need for your business. And again, SBDC is funding this through the CARES Act funding. So special shout out to the SBDC and the tremendous resource, UHV, and what they're doing within our community, especially with the School of Business, tremendous resources there. And then of course, Victoria Advocate and Roberts Digital, I'm so proud to be part of. Rosalind says, yes to a two-parter. I need more time. I know there's never enough time. The two-parter, we really break it down and really apply it. So maybe we have 20 people attend this one and 5 people attend the workshop. Those 5 people are leaving with assets. We're actually going to make something. We'll even make videos. I'll bring my equipment in. It'll be fun. And Terry Moten says 8. On LinkedIn. So thank you for that. So she's voting for 8, how to use LinkedIn the right way. So please vote right now, chime in. I didn't say it, but I need a topic for August 20th. I can roll something out, but these are my top 10 tips that I recommend you do right now to build your business in a digital era. And so Rosalind says a 2-parter, more time, but which one do you want to see in a 2-parter? Do you want to learn more about social media or video tutorials, starting a blog, understanding search engine optimization? Whew, that's a mouthful. That is the magic of getting seen online and getting recommended by Google without paying them. And then leveraging influencers. We talked about that. Thank you, Milton. I appreciate that. He says, let's do 1, social media. I told you this is the most powerful tool you have at your fingertips for the fewest amount of dollars. We also want to talk about how to build a great lead magnet. Again, this is a great way to get people to give you their emails with, you just give them a checklist or a download. And then you get their email. Once you have their email, you put in the sales funnel and then you market to them again and again and turn them into leads and cultivate them for 6 months. Facebook ads with retargeting is very different than a boosted post. So it's very different than social media. Those are 2 different things. Paul says 1, 4, 5, and 7. So that would be social media, understanding search engine optimization, leveraging influencers, and using Facebook ads with retargeting. Ooh, I like that little matchup there. And Shirley votes for 2s and 8 for LinkedIn for Ms. Terry Moten. I'm screenshotting that so I have your answers. And then lastly, here's create an affiliate program. So affiliate program is great when you have other people promote it. It's kind of like the influencers, but you have a kickback. So when they get a deal, when they close or recommend business. And then using email marketing sequences. Again, creating a sales funnel and using that to cultivate that lead. And then Shirley says, how about just keep going once a week, covering each of them? Well, that is something we could talk about. I will present that to the SBDC. Would anybody else attend a weekly workshop, or is this too frequent? Please let me know as we are building some momentum. Our first workshop, we only had 14 registrations. Our second one, we had 22 registrations. And as of yesterday at 9 a.m., we had 33 registrations for this call. So it is building. It is going. Milton says weekly or every other week. All right, so Shirley and Milton vote for weekly or every other week. I think that's a good frequency. Anybody else, please chime in. This is important stuff. It's determining the future content of what you will consume. Okay, that's my serious face again, right? All right, and then down here, please invite a friend. Paul says bi-weekly, thank you. And so please invite a friend. If this is beneficial for you, don't keep me a secret. We need to be able to come together as a community. COVID has made us feel isolated, but you do not have to do this alone. You have tools and resources in your pocket. The SBDC is still open and available to help you remotely. The Victoria Advocate has amazing, like I said, $59 for a Facebook post. They have amazing options for pennies to get your message out there. We've cut all the profit out. It's really about helping you keep the lights on and share your message. M. Roberts Digital here is your agency of choice. We're working with the SBDC to get you more tools and consulting covered through the CARES Act funding. And there's a mastermind coming for people who want to be spoon-fed on a weekly basis. We'll jump on a Zoom call and I'm going to walk you through this content. Not mandatory to attend every week, but when you do, you'll be able to definitely get something out of that. So we'll really dive into what you're struggling with and what's really working for you. So again, I'm Crystal Lindsey. I want you to connect with me. If you want to be part of this, I'm hearing bi-weekly is really the sweet spot. So maybe we do a weekly workshop, or excuse me, a weekly presentation like this. And then 2 weeks later, we'll do a follow-up workshop. Same content, but really slow it down and help you apply that information. I can even make it so we can all see each other. I know right now you only get to see me. So let me know if you want to be part of that. And then go ahead and thank you, Shirley. And go ahead and connect with me. So again, if you want a one-to-one, you want to evaluate where you should be spending your funds for your marketing, or you want to do an online review and look at what people are struggling with and not seeing or seeing online, I can help you with that. You can reach out to me, call, text, email. I know I told you not to give people a choice. So I'm telling you to text me at 361-433-3455. That is the best way to get in contact with me, and you will pop up right on my cell phone. So RSVP, I guess it says there's no next week, but make sure you RSVP for August 20th, and then I'll talk with the SBDC. We're meeting on Monday to discuss the annual program of monthly workshops, and we'll see if we could throw in that monthly or second workshop a month with the how-to. So again, I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart and sticking with me till the end here. What a joy it's been to be able to work with you. I'm Crystal Lindsey, and I want to say thank you. So any final questions as we're wrapping up, please do let me know, and I would love to be able to meet with you one-on-one and answer any questions you have. So again, reach out to me, 361-433-3455. I so appreciate each of you and what you're doing in the community and helping your customers. Stay strong, stay positive. The sun will come out tomorrow, and it's important that you are there to help them today and tomorrow. So with that, I'm signing off, and I'll see y'all on the 20th. Stay tuned. Cheers.